Hey, how's it going, everyone? And good afternoon on this wonderful Monday. I just want to say something. Hopefully it won't take me too long to make my point, but it's nothing real serious. It's just the way I feel about bowling. I've been bowling since I was 8. I'm 31, so 23 years. And here's the thing about it. And by the way, congrats to my guy Kyle Troop and Jared Thompson on winning the doubles here in my area, my neck of the woods of Memphis/Bartlett, Tennessee yesterday. But that's my point. Now I'm being real. Let me first state off that what I'm about to say is giving credit to all the heavy hitters in the world, and I'm not one of these people that talk stuff or am jealous. But what I'm saying here is this, and I was talking to this guy today about this too, that a person like me, even though I've been bowling for a long time, it's one thing to be a good bowler, but it's another thing to be real good to the point where you can compete with heavy hitters who almost every single shot strike. And that's the thing about people like me. The weakness is at times like being able to adapt and adjust on certain conditions or certain times when the lanes transition. That's what separates a bowler from, like me, from guys who not necessarily professional, but guys who bowl a lot of tournaments, who bowl almost every single day of the week, who practice on 7 pins for 6, 7, 8 hours, who practice on 10 pins, 6, 7, 8 hours, who practice on 7 tens. See, I kind of wish I can go back in time in life and work on different things so I could be that much better. I'm not trying to compare myself to nobody, even though it sounds like that. I'm just saying I wish that I could really, really, truly go back and be such a much better dominant bowler. Even though the reason why I'm not focused on that now is because I couldn't picture myself just bowling for a living, making money off of brackets and bowling tournaments and bowling leagues. That's just me. But that brings me up to my point. You have to be really, truly good and blessed with that God-given talent. For example, if you were blessed with the talent to play basketball, football, or something, that's that. But a person like me, I'm good, but in order to be much better, I would have to go a whole nother round, a whole nother percentage to get to that level. Then when I get there, I still have to be able to use what I have and let my ball do the talking. See, I can practice every day of the week. I can bowl for 20, 30 years. If I don't put in the work and if I'm not able to adjust and adapt and do things that show that I have a bag of trick of arsenal, that I can sit there and do this, I can do that on different lane conditions, whether house, sports challenge, or PBA pattern, then it's like I'm wasting my time. And that's what I'm saying. Certain people don't have to work as hard as others because they are that good, or they can adapt to it much faster than a person like me. But other people like me may have to put in so much extra effort where it's like, dang, man, why I gotta put so much effort in this? Or dang, God, when am I gonna sit there and get my talent? When am I gonna be as good as these other guys out here? Because I know guys in the world that are that good. And some of the guys I saw on Inside Bowling on YouTube this weekend, like Kyle Troop and his buddy Jared Thompson, who won. You got Spencer Robarge and Ryan Barnes, Chris Barnes' son. You got my guy Michael Holloman, who used to be here in Memphis and is in Louisiana now. You got his teammate Sean Lavery, the PBA bowler. You got DJ Archer, who came from out of town. Ryan Simonelli was there. Who else? You got AJ Rice, two-handed lefty. That dude is dominant. You got his teammate Cam Crow from Chicago. I was raised. I'm just naming guys for example. Those guys are phenomenal. I'm saying I applaud them. I hats off to them. Round of applause. And I'm saying that because I'm good, but I know that I'm not that good. And it's not down to myself. I'm just saying that those guys either had to work with a lot of coaches and guys who were willing to work with them, but also put in such the time and effort and make it look easy. It ain't easy waking up from your sleep, getting practice and just throwing every single shot. You get 9 or better every single shot, but mainly you striking so much to where you're doing what you need to do to advance and to make it to the cashier's round where you're going to walk out with a check. Other good bowlers like me can sit there and show up, but we not getting no carry. We not sitting here getting a lot of breaks, or we're sitting here picking up spares and striking, but we're not putting the strikes in order like we need to, or we're not sitting here striking as much as these other guys who are just making it look easy. And that's my point. It's easy for them, but it's not easy for everybody else like it may seem like. And all I'm trying to say is, man, bowling is hard. Bowling is tough. It's one thing to be a bowler who bowls for fun. It's one thing to be a bowler where just to get out the house. It's one thing to be on my level where you bowl and practice and try to get better. So when you go to tournaments, you can do what you need to do to try to do the best you can and to walk out with a check. But then it's another thing to bowl on a regular basis, nonstop, to bowl not necessarily professionally, but also people who are not on tour, but actually are that darn good, who bowl at all these tournaments. They get in 40, 50 brackets or so. That's what you call a heavy hitter. And I'm just saying, it's not easy. That's why I tell myself, Cameron, ain't nothing wrong with that. God didn't bless you with that talent. Or even if he did, maybe he's blessed you with other things where you don't want to sit there and have a life where all you do is bowling. Because that's not how I pay my bills. That's not how I live my life and get the job done and taken care of. I got other things that I do on a regular basis. So all I'm trying to say is that I applaud all these bowlers from the bottom of my heart who are really, really, truly good and who make it look easy. Yes, it's easy for you all, but on an average, regular, daily basis, it's not easy for somebody like me. Even if I'm bowling on a house shot, if I'm going against these heavy hitters, I got to put strikes together. I got to know how to adjust and adapt to transition. I got to know how to do it, when to do it, and what to do. That's not easy all the time. That's what separates me, a good bowler, from these great, phenomenal bowlers. That's the whole point of this video. So I'm not talking nothing. I'm not down to nobody. I'm applauding them and saying that it pays off to put in work. It pays off to bust your butt into practice nonstop. In other words, all I'm saying is that in order to get good results, you got to be willing to put in the effort. That's all I'm trying to say. So once again, round of applause to not just Kyle Troup and Jared Thompson, but all the bowlers in the world who I know from Chicago, here in Memphis, other guys in Georgia, Texas, California, New York, all these guys in the world. I don't care if you're professional or not. I'm just saying I applaud you, salute, for God giving you the talent and for you loving the game and things like that. And one last thing I want to say, I used to coach kids, and I still coach some kids these days and some adults. That's really what I'm focused on. I'm focused on making people better, on them. Like if they love bowling, my goal is to say, hey, keep your head up. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Do what you want to do. Put your mind to it. Now, depending on how you put your mind to it dictates how good you're going to be and how long it takes you to get there. But somebody like me, I wasn't blessed to, or I decided not to want to be a professional bowler my whole life. I got other stuff to do. It's not easy. One of the main reasons is I can't drive on a regular basis. I don't want to risk driving by myself because I used to have seizures. So I can't go to California, Vegas, Georgia, Texas, all these other places and bowl on a regular basis like other guys do every weekend because of my health. I kind of hate that. That sucks, but it is what it is. But besides that, I'm trying to get my game together. I'm trying to work on my finances. So all I'm trying to say is I want to enjoy bowling in a competitively way, but not to where on that gambler. I don't gamble. I don't bet money. And I'm not as good as all these other guys. So I expect to try and do the best I can all the time, but it's no shock to me if I don't make it to the cashers round because I'm on level 2, for example, and these other guys are on level 9 and level 10. Or I'm on level 5 and they're on level 9 and level 10. There's no comparison. So the best thing I can do is to do the best I can and leave it at that. If I could go back and I had a lot of coaches working with me and I bowled nonstop and stuff, my life will be probably different right now, but it is what it is. I'm not mad about that. I'm thankful where I'm at. My job is to keep practicing, to get some new equipment here lately and do the best I can and often bowl different tournaments and go out of town and other stuff. I just want to meet new people. I want to enjoy the game of bowling before my time on earth is up. That's all I'm trying to say. But once again, keep up the good work, everybody out there, all these great bowlers in the world, even if you're not. If you love bowling, You should say like me, bowling is what we do, or bowling is what I do. Whether you do it for fun, whether you do it in a fun league drinking beer, whether you're a good bowler on my level and just like to do it competitively for fun, or whether you're a professional or semi-pro and do it and take home a lot of money and that's how you make your living, it doesn't matter. The fact is you love bowling. Do what you love to do. But all that being said and done, that's all I wanted to say. God bless you and your family, and take it easy.